Okay, you guys. I'm going to be using a new system to post my videos only because I'm getting a little bit too addicted to talking to you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post every other day. And I'll get into a couple other things about that new schedule here in a minute. And a really important update, I think, for myself is myself to you guys is that I got my driver's license today. I agonized about it all night last night and tried to decide whether or not I really wanted to take it, and had a little fear of failure there, some anxiety, but I put some positive reinforcement in my head, and once you know, I actually aced it. Got my driver's license, so now I can drive. Have I been driving anywhere by myself yet? No, because it's really nothing that that we need right at the moment, or that I want to do, or anything like that requires me to drive anywhere. So, my weight is kind of right now holding steady at 228. Uh, I've been weighing myself pretty much every day that I've done these videos, just so that I have something to update you with, but I have to go back to my original schedule of only weighing on Friday. And as for that, when I weigh myself on Friday, I'll go ahead and write it down for you guys, and then when I post on Saturdays, because like I said, I'm doing it every other day now, um, I'll have some new good news for that. I also have an update on my ASVAB practice testing abilities, which are kind of non-existent. But the math portion that I was studying in my ASVAB book, I scored higher than I did when I first took it by about 11 points. So my studying is working. I did try and go back and really hammer it into my head, but unfortunately I started getting bored with that subject, the math subject I was studying. So what I've decided to do is I've decided to go ahead and just review that subject. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move on to general science, which is another one of my bad ones. It's interesting to me. I like general science, but the thing of the matter is that I just score terribly in it. Mostly because I can't remember stuff from high school, like, or at least in the science. Some of it's kind of fuzzy and some of it's not fuzzy. But anyway, so I'm going to move on to general science next, and then I will come back to that particular math and review it every chapter that I finish, and so on and so forth, and I'll continue like that, so that way it stays fresh in my mind. Well, it kind of brings me to my next point. I did have a question from Sylvia, who wanted to know how long I'm giving myself to get into the military, and it's not a terribly long time, all things considered, but it's been, my original response was going to be, I was going to give myself until the end of this year, the end week of December, because I think that they send you out to basic, they can send you out to basic during the end week of December, but I decided that with my sister and everything, that I'm kind of going to follow her schedule. And I was originally going to post that if I did make tape before that timeline in December, that I was just going to go then. But being as how my sister's work schedule is really crazy and stuff like that, and she can't hit her exercise as hard as she wants to hit it, she's hitting it hard, but she's not hitting it as hard as she wants to. And she's kind of worried that her progress is going to be impeded a little bit. Especially with, her work and her crazy schedule kind of screwing with her study schedule for the ASVAB as well. Um, you know, she's kind of estimating for herself, either the last week in December, like mine, or very early in January, the first 2 weeks of January. So, that being said, that is my new thing, because we are doing the buddy system, and I know my sister, when she gives herself a date like that, a timeline like that, it's because she needs that time. And with her work schedule the way it is, she does need that time. We also ran into a female soldier that lives around where my sister lives around today, and she said to go ahead and come on over and we can discuss with her some stuff, just, from a female soldier's point of view. She got out because of a medical issue. She had to get out because of a medical issue. So we're going to do that, and any questions that I ask her, I'm going to write down so that way I can put them up here for ideas for you guys to take to your recruiters, females out there. So that's, you know, if I can get confirmation from her that I can post her answers along with those questions, so that way you can, once again, take that information to your recruiter, then I will go ahead and do that. As far as Saturday goes, I'm planning to go hiking a little bit up my local canyon this Saturday, so that should be really interesting. So as always, comment, rate, and subscribe, and if you message me, I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. Like I said, that means that I'm only gonna be on the internet every other day as well, because I'm trying to cut back my computer time, because I keep, you know, kind of relapsing onto the internet, which is kind of funny because it's not really an addiction, but it kind of distracts me. So, like I said, I'll get to it as soon as possible and answer you back as soon as possible. So anyhow, like I said, comment, rate, subscribe, and on Saturday, if I get sunburned, I will come back here and post a video showing my sunburnt ass. Well, maybe not my sunburnt ass, because nobody needs to see my ass. The sunburn, yes, but my ass, no. Not even when I get skinny, I'm probably not going to show my butt. So, I think I should go now.